So, bro, this is gold now. I want to just show you a top-down analysis, just like we always did before, so you will get fixed with the market again. Like this is on the weekly time frame now. It's not a must. You must start on the weekly. You can as well start on the daily. But I decided to start on the weekly, so it will not be like as if anything is confusing to you. You understand? I want you to get all the points I'm stating out from how we go from the higher time frame to PCC to the lower time frame. So as you can see now, you first of all start with identifying your trend. What is the trend? You understand? You start first with identifying trend. That is the first and foremost. Okay, as you can see now, this is our trend on gold. So we are in an optical and absolute uptrend. So let me repeat myself again. We are in a massive bullish uptrend. Vice versa, but no problem. Massive bullish uptrend. We are in a massive bullish uptrend here. So you have to also bear that one in mind. We are already in a bullish uptrend. Then you look out on the daily time frame. If you want, you can still map out your support and resistances on the weekly because it holds very well. You can as well still map out your support and resistances on the weekly. It doesn't mean anything. You see the way I'm mapping it out now. That's what I've been saying regarding to support and resistances. So as you can see, price retrace from here, but it has no value. It didn't correspond at this level, so we just look for the one that corresponds. If you come here now, if you come to this level, you see that price gave us something like this: a rejection, and this an approval for upside. So we are having something like I think we are going to call it a support stroke resistance, SR flip. It's called SR flip, support resistance flip. So if you come here, you paste your support stroke resistances. You look over here now, price formed for us resistance, then bounced up, break, retest, formed support here, went up again, retested to form support. This is happening on the weekly time frame. So seeing this on the weekly time frame, you don't just rush to go into the daily 4 hour to analyze. You first of all watch and uh, critically observe what is happening on the weekly, both the candlesticks, both the pattern, both everything. Give yourself time on that weekly analysis. You understand what is happening there. Then before you move over to the daily, then from the daily to the 4 hour, from the 4 hour to the 1 hour. Even if you watch Fibonacci retracement, you see that price retraced at 0.618 here. Price retraced at 0.618, which is our Fibonacci level. These are our three levels: one, 2, and 3. So price is traced at this level now on the Fibonacci 2. So showing you that we are still in a what bullish trend. Is it here now? So we are still in a bullish trend. Moving this to I get a clear price action. So now you go over to the daily. We are already done on the weekly. I'm still spotting another support here. This is another support here. For price to have rejected from here, formed a support here. You understand? Rejected again, formed a support here. Then before it went up and retested here to go up, showing you that we already formed another new support here. So as you can see on the weekly time frame, also on that support level, we are having a bullish engulfing, one, two, a bullish engulfing, and then a hammer appeared also on the weekly support, a bullish engulfing and the hammer. So we go back to the daily time frame. One more resistance. This is a resistance here: one, two, three. We are having three resistances: one, two, three. So price is looking forward to coming towards this level again to test this same level. And this level we are having um This level we are having one oh sorry 3,433 resistance. 3,433 resistance at gold. This is people who are manufacturing gold. They make many investment producers of gold and so many other places. They are stacking gold at this level. They are putting the resistances at this level. You understand? And the central banks are the people who are putting resistance on this level. Central banks are the people who are putting resistance on this level. So going over to the daily time frame now. This you don't have to spot any trend line again because all the trend lines has been spotted on the weekly time frame. You just have to spot your resistances because the daily and the weekly resistance are the strongest key levels you can ever get. The daily and the weekly. If you want to remain a good swing trader, you don't enter positions on the 30 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame. If you want to become a good day trader or a swing trader, you have to be taking your trades on the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily and weekly time frame. That's key. Those key levels holds very strongly, so you don't play with them. So now I think over here we are done with this key level now. We are looking forward to taking our trade. Then on the 4 hour time frame is where you spot your patterns. 4 hour time frame is where you spot your patterns. Let me draw this trend line very well so it has the most test. As you can see, this is what shows you that a trend line has the most touches. Sorry, it has the most touches. One, two, three, four, and then price touched here again. It's not a must. A trend line must just touch and then it might even try to break. What you have to take notice of is the patterns that are formed when coming to those trend line, and those patterns are usually formed on the 4 hour time frame. It's usually formed on the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame. So when you look for those patterns, you can easily spot them. Look at they are just many, showing you that those patterns are just interest of the hedge funds for buys. They are stacking positions for buys. Once price is reaching to the trend line, it then reverses and starts to go in a bullish trend, showing you that we are having a bullish price. As you can see, each and every of those patterns letter bought the letter bought as expected. This is a channel. Is a channel wide. This one is a bullish flag. Is a channel. So everything is basically written out, and as you might see here, is uh is in accordance with our expectations. This is also a bullish flag. This is a bullish flag. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. So that is the way it goes. So we are also having another bullish flag here. We are also having another bullish flag here, which already gave us a breakout and a retest. So remember what I said on the daily time frame, select your support and resistances for easy entry and trade management. So over here you select this because as you can see, you just select it based on price rejection. Price rejected here, rejected at this level, rejected at this level, price rejected at this level. Where again, price also rejected at this level here. As you can see, look at this green candle that went up and then rejected below, showing you that there is something happening over there. So going over to the 4 hour time frame, you start to look for your entries. You don't put support and resistances on the 4 hour time frame because mostly they could be violated and they could make your entries even you can put more entries, but before you know what is happening, your trade is wrong and then you go out. You understand? You blow accounts. So entries are the many things that makes um our accounts to blow. If you don't get the entries right, you might enter many times before you know what is happening. Your account is already on a low balance. But if you get the entries very well on the higher time frame, then why are you bothering yourself? Your entries could be 100% though. So on the 4 hour time frame, we are having something like a bullish flag now. Then on the 1 hour time frame, You look for also if a pattern, as you can see now. So many people can be entering here at this level now, but look at where the key level is. You just have to wait for price to come to those key levels. Price might just do this by Monday market open and then come to this level again to give us the complete and then go. At this level, I'm looking for what I call a bullish candle, a bullish candlestick confirmation. A bullish candlestick confirmation. That is what I'm looking for at this level. I'm looking for a bullish candlestick confirmation at this point. So once it forms, maybe this could happen on Monday. Might never tell. A bullish flag might form, as you can see. And then once it comes out, we already have what we call a double bottom here. So you're expecting what I know to be as a retest and then boom to the upside. So one thing you just have to bear in mind while trading this in the normal way is once you place an entry at this level, you throw your stop loss. Once price goes into profit, because price is still at this level, you have to throw your stop loss to this level here. Once price goes into profit from here, and when it goes above this level, you throw your stop loss to break even. But wait for price to retest. Once price retest, it might even come all the way here. Because if you shift your stop loss as a day trader, if you shift your stop loss immediately, you might even lose so many things. Just have to wait for price to mitigate so many key levels, to like break through so many key levels before you shift stop losses in order to secure it below those key levels that was broken. So here now you shift your stop loss to break even. You don't bring it here because of the retest. Once the retest happens, it starts to go up. You shift it below here. Once price goes up again and again and again, then you start to trail it above gradually. So this is my total setup on the ZAL USD. If you wish for all other ones, you can name the pairs you want me to analyze, and then I'll as such do justice to those pairs. On the Let me just give you a quick tip on USDJPY, which is most favorite of some traders. Like I said earlier, this is the trend line on the weekly. On the weekly time frame, this is the trend line on the weekly time frame. You must have to respect the trend because the trend is your friend. If you don't respect the trend, trust me, you're going nowhere with your trades. Your trades are eventually still going to not be profitable in the long run. I'm putting my support and resistances on the daily time frame. Bear in mind, I don't mark out zones because zones are going to make you to wait for price to come there, and if eventually price does not come there, you'll be automatically disappointed. So you don't mark out zones. So I just mark out my levels with these lines. I take my trade on those lines. Once price meets the required criteria, I take my trade on them without hesitation. So I think I'm done mapping out these support and resistances. So over here you can see price already violated the first trend line here, and we are in the second trend line now, as you can see. So even the bearish trend here now, we can see a bearish trend at this level now. You can see a big bearish trend at this level now. So but you don't have to allow price to cross over much. You just have to put the trend line here. Then on the daily time frame, what is the pattern? Remember what I usually say. What is the pattern at which price used in coming to these trend areas? There are some things you're still going to check with the fundamentals and the sentiments, but this ones is the most valuable key because if you don't master your entries and you know the fundamentals, how are you going to trade effectively? You're still going to bear losses at the end of the day. So on the daily time frame, remember your support and resistances, it still exists there. It's very strong at those levels also. You put your support and resistance at those levels. So I think now we are done here with the support and resistances on the daily time frame. Now we are seeing something like a triangle pattern, which is a continuation for sell. Is a triangle pattern or a right angle pattern for a continuation sell. So now we are looking forward to selling this. Where is the Fibonacci? We are going to place a Fibonacci on that daily time frame. Look at the Fibonacci here. So look at the Fibonacci 2. Let me show you how the Fibonacci 2 looks like. Look at it here. This one is for expansion, for taking of profit. But this one is for entry, entry, entry level. Okay. You can take your trade on once you put, let me put the Fibonacci, you see the levels again. This is for bearish selling. You can take your trade on the 0.618, you can take your trade on the zero point 0.5, and you can also take your trade on the 0.382. Any one of them is allowed, but just make sure that the pattern and the candlestick are well confirmed before placing any entry, because as such, these are much stronger swing trades. So we are heading for 0.5% here on the daily time frame. We are looking forward to also there might just be patterns that are forming on this level. You can see once you put your trend line, the patterns are showing us a rising channel, a rising channel, which once broken becomes bearish. Then over here on the 1 hour time frame, we are also getting a pattern. We also got a pattern here. Otherwise, if you expand the patterns, it also will look like this. Anyone, but just know that once it comes with this pattern to the trend line, you can't call this a trend line automatically like the higher time frame trend line, no, but it's a trend line in the sense that it's forming a pattern. The trend line is not strong like the one of the higher time frame, because this one formed a pattern, and the pattern is for a reversal or a continuation. So now we already have a breakout and a retest. If the market is still open, I will tell you to take this trade. Put your stop loss at this level and then take the trade on USDJPY, because we are heading for this level before reversal. You see this level on the higher time frame, 0.5%. We are heading for that level. Once we head to this level now, it might just hit this resistance here now. Price might just hit this level and form a candlestick. You understand? Or hit this level and form a candlestick for us. What I am looking for is what is the candlestick pattern that it formed? What is the candlestick conformation that was formed at this two level? It either forms here or here. Let me just use the arrow mark, because I'm expecting price to come here, reverse, or come here and then reverse. Within these two, then I take a swing trade, but this I take as a day trading. I take as a day trading. Enter here, and then price takes me up, because reason why I'm saying enter here, remember what I told you, support and resistances on the lower time frame are very weak, but provided price already touched here, you can see that there is something I call double bottom break and a retest. Then you buy. Once you buy, put your stop loss below here, hold the trade for long, and then it will pay off in the long run. So that is it, guys. That is it.